Welcome back, and it's time to test out if our logic is working. So I'm just going to start this video by hitting play and put out an headset and cross my fingers. Okay. Okay, so it seems like my offset is off somehow, but you can see once it's on, it's 1-to-1, and whoopsies. And once I have collision, it will be following the physics handle. Okay, so that is one thing we need to have a look at. So once we grab it, I suppose that's inside the grab mix mode here. We grab attached to, and then we set is grabbed. And this one is irrelevant. So grab attached to does say something, 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 and then if it is grabbed, then we want to return and attach to, and if it is grabbed, oh, there we go. If it is not grabbed, oh man, okay, let me just, if it is not grabbed, oh, I hate that one, not grabbed, then it should save this relative pickup up transform. That was a silly mistake. Okay, let's have a test again. And it seems to work. Great, and we can switch hands. So what I was doing when I did this the first time was to spend a lot of time doing weird tests like this. And you definitely want to do that yourself if you decide to try and simplify this in another way. Also make sure that you pick up things, have stuff standing on top of them, have things like doing this test here, making sure that it behaves correctly. And usually with corners it would kind of allow penetration, but it doesn't. And also with brushes and stuff. So it seems to behave pretty well, I would say. Actually, one thing that we can that can happen with this setup is that once you grab something, it can kind of get stuck. I have something on my table. I'm about to I have to move that one over. So I'd say the distance between the hand and the object becomes too big. Let's add this as a little bonus here, since it really seems that we are done for now. You might also be wondering, do I really have to do this for everything that I want to have to be something that you can interact with? And the answer is not really. What you can do is to just leave this static component, mesh component, empty, and then you can create a child blueprint class from this one, and then you will have all the extra functionality that we just made. So you can have boxes, triangles, spheres, teapots, whatever. And they are all gonna inherit all this nice logic here. And you may also ask, when do you really want to use any of the other grab methods? And well, technically, I would say you will always use, oops, no, that one. You will always use this mixed mode, really. A few occasions, I guess you could use attached to, but that would be for a weapon where you would have a handle or a socket anyway, and that would require a little bit extra work. But with a weapon, you might use a socket instead, and that would effectively use attached to. You don't want to have your weapon collide with the world. At least I don't think so. That would seem really weird. Anyway, let's add this little extra bonus I was rambling about. What I wanted to do, I'm actually going to make a little change here. I'm going to drag this out and say switch on grab enum here, and then connect this in between, and then say if this is a mixed mode, and delete this one and connect this one up. And we want to do that stuff here. And then we want to do a function called drop if, what do we call this? Drop if lost connection or something. So what we're going to do is to say the distance between our static mesh and our hand if it becomes too big. The hand is basically the motion controller. World location, this minus this. Is greater than, let's say, let's start with something fairly small, like 15 centimeters, and we return this. And let's call this drop. So if we're using a physics handle, then we want to drop if we lose connection, and we also want to do that for the mixed mode. Oh, not that one. Actually, let's not do a drop. Let's just call drop. That will be much more simple, I would say. So let's just say branch here, this one over here, call drop, and if not, just pass it through like that and give it a test. What the hell? Oh, of course. I only want to do this if this is valid. See, if it's not valid, then we still want to just return like that. Let's have a look again. Now you can, whoops. See if I drag it too far, so it's 15 centimeters, maybe a little bit too little. Let's give it 30 centimeters. There we go. So as a little auto release object if you drag it too far from the hand or drag your hand too far from the object. So I think that should conclude this set of tutorials. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Otherwise, stay tuned for more tutorials and videos of interesting stuff. Yep, I think that's it. Bye for now.